Hey guys, welcome to another super duper episode. Today we're going to be discussing 3 budget 12 volt lithium batteries, whether you want to get into the lithium side of things and step away from your AGM batteries for camping. So yeah, essentially we're just going to discuss each and every single battery, which one is better for the budget, which one is quality wise the best, and I'm also going to tell you the overall best one out of the bunch and which one you should go for, so that you don't make the mistake of buying the wrong one. So yeah guys, without further ado, let's get into it. Let's discuss the Atempower 100 amp lithium, Voltex and the King's battery. Let's get into it. Rightio, so first thing first, why did I choose to go with a lithium battery? So I'll quickly tell you the differences between AGM and lithium. So AGM is obviously super, what do you call it? It's very heavy. It's like 30 kilos versus a lithium battery is 15 kilos. So you're saving in weight. The other thing is with the AGM battery, let's say if you fully charge it, it reaches, let's say 12 volts. And then when you start to use, let's say your fridge, it's going to go slowly from 12 volts. It's just going to go down all the way till it reaches 10 volts. And then your fridge is going to cut out. So essentially what happened when I went out camping, my fridge will be running during the day, but during the night when it doesn't get any charge from the solar, it just reaches 10 volts and my fridge cuts out throughout the night and it just goes up to 10 degrees. So it doesn't really keep the food cold. Whereas with a lithium battery, if you charge it, it's going to stay at 13 volts and it's just going to stay at 13 volts for the whole life cycle. Till it reaches the point where it's just going to suddenly drop and then it's going to reach 10 volts. So essentially what that means is you're not going to lose power throughout the night and your fridges and all your other accessories will still keep running and won't cut out. So that's probably the major reason. Also, if you take the same concept, let's say the AGM battery is 100 amps, it's only 50 amps is really usable. So you're going to use like 50 amps and then it's just going to drop off at 10 volts and then it's basically useless, you can't use it. So you only have 50 amps that's usable. Whereas with a lithium, you've got the whole 100 amps, you can fully use the 100 amps, and once it reaches like 1 amp, that's where it's going to drop to 10 volts and it's going to cut out. So essentially you can use this battery for 4 days. I've tried it myself for 4 days. It just kept on going and it didn't cut out once. So yeah, that is essentially the main reason going lithium, and also it's not that much dearer. But anyway, without further ado, let's get into the 3 batteries. Righto, so the first battery for today is the Atempower 100 amp lithium battery. Now this one comes in at $600 for the battery only, and then you can buy a combo, which is the battery and this box together, for $840. So essentially what I reckon about the box, it is massive. So if you compare it to the battery, like look at the size difference. So personally, I reckon this is definitely a big box for the size of battery. I would say it's suited to the 200 amp lithium battery, but not the 100. So my recommendation is send a smaller box with the smaller battery. So basically you can buy this one from Big Off-Road, or you can also buy them from eBay. There's a few different suppliers that do sell them. But anyway, let me tell you the first thing that I don't like about this battery. Right guys, so as you can see, it is shaking on the inside of the battery. So that is obviously not a good sign from me personally. If I want a battery, I want it to be stable, because if you're going to go camping over corrugated roads, it's just going to shake around and it's going to break, I would say. So yeah, quality, I would say it's definitely not a thumbs up for me, and I would not pay $600 for a battery that is not stable, if you get what I mean. So yeah, ultimately I would not recommend going for this battery if you're looking for a lithium battery, just because the quality side of things. It was also not a duct, I would say, because I reached out to the supplier about the shaking issue and they said it's normal. So honestly, there's definitely better batteries out there. So yep, that's unfortunately a thumbs down for me. But let me tell you about the box though. The box is a bit better. If you've got the space, this will work, because it is obviously a bit bigger. But let me run you quickly through the features of the box if you might be interested in that sort of things. Right, so first up is the on and off switch. So you can just easily turn it on and off, which is a good thing. On the front, it's got some USB charging and it's 3 amps, which means it's quick charge, which is good. So 2 on this side, 2 on that side. That one is just 1 amp, which is alright. On the side here, you can see it is 1 negative and 1 positive terminal, so you can extend it to another battery, which is good. All 3 batteries can run in parallel or series, and they are also built in with BMS, which is a battery monitor system. So if it cuts out, or if it reaches 10 volt, it cuts out, and also when it's overcharged, it cuts out, just to protect the battery, which is good. And then on the back here, so as you can see, there is 3 12 volt inputs, which means plenty of things you can charge, which is also great. And then there's 3 Anderson plugs as well, which is good. It just means you can, run heaps of accessories and like lights, fridge, all that sort of jazz off this battery box, which is good. So yeah, overall, I definitely rate the box if you have the space for it. But the battery unfortunately doesn't get a thumbs up from me, so yeah. The other thing that I would like to mention about this battery is that I charged it up and it just did it too quick for me. So essentially I charged the battery up in like 2 hours, which is very fast compared to the other 2 batteries. That sort of tells me, I can't really test it of course because I don't have the equipment, but it just tells me that it's possible that it's not reaching 100 amps. It's more reaching like an 80 amp. And I also had a look on YouTube, and there was a guy testing out the battery's capacity, the previous model though, I have to say, and it only reached 80 amps as well, instead of 100. So it could be a possibility that it's actually not a real 100 amp battery. But of course, if anyone else owns this battery and you have tested it out, or whether you bought it and returned it and tested it out, definitely comment down below so other users can also see. But yeah, that's my opinion about it. But anyway, let's get into the other one. Rightio, so the next battery is actually my dad's Voltex battery. Now he is constantly running this battery in his D-Max, and it's also hooked up to this 25 amp kick-ass charger, so in that way when it drives it just quickly charges the battery up before it goes below its cutout voltage. And as you can see on the top here as well, it actually has a battery display, so as you can see it's currently on 76%, which is awesome. So that just basically gives you a quick indicator of where your battery percentage is at. Now for price, this is 100 amps as well. It costs $520 for just a normal battery, but for the one with this battery display voltage at the top, it's $600, so it falls into the same category as the other battery as well. But the first thing that I noticed with this battery is if you shake it, it doesn't move at all. So that is the first good sign. It is nice and steady, and that just tells me that it's good build quality as well. And Voltex is, you probably heard about it before if you have looked into the battery side of things. It's a good brand. There is actually a guide that tested out the battery capacity. I'll just put it all in the description below just so if you want to check it out. But he actually tested the whole battery in terms of amps, and it went over 100 amps. So it's a true 100 amp battery, which is a very good thing. And yeah, like I said, it has BMS built into it as well and can be connected up to series and parallel batteries if you want some more power. So yeah, that just means it is a good quality battery, and I would definitely spend the $600 on this to buy it, especially for the battery voltage on the top. That is a very good feature, and that's also the only battery for today with that feature, and that falls into the same price bracket. So yeah, in terms of Voltex, I would definitely recommend it just because it has a true capacity as well, and yeah, it's A grade cell, so very good battery. So yeah, that's essentially the Voltex quickly wrapped up, and yeah, let's get into the next battery. Alrighty, so finally, last but not least, it's the King's 120 amp lithium battery. So first of all, it's 20 amps more than the other 2 batteries, and it falls under the same price at 4Drive Supercenter for $600. Now, you might say, okay, it's actually worth buying this one then because it has a higher capacity. And I also have someone that tested out the battery capacity, which I'll just also drop into the description if you want to check out that video where the guy basically tested out and it went over the 420 amps, which is great, especially from Kings. Sometimes it's a hit or miss with Kings, but I can definitely say with confidence that this, I almost said fridge, this battery is the true capacity. I've also been using it myself. This is my battery and I'm super stoked with it. When my dad was here for 3 weeks, I constantly ran my little day trip brass monkey fridge off this one without any solar input or any charging, and it just ran for 4 days straight, not a drama at all. So yeah, very confident that this is a good battery, and the fact that you get 20 amps extra out of the battery is just awesome. And that's not even the best part. The best part is, guys, just have a look when Kings have a sale on, because guess how much I bought this battery for. Before I say, comment down below, what do you reckon I paid for this battery? 3, 2, 1. $450. There you go, guys. What an absolute bargain. So definitely just hold off till they have a sale on and you can buy this battery for $450 to $500. It was last year, so I mean they probably boosted up $50 for a sale price. But $500 is still an absolute cracking deal, and I highly recommend you buy that. And I almost forgot to do the quality check, so let's have a look. Nah, definitely solid. So that is the best thing. It just tells you it's gonna last, you know. If there's no rattles inside, it doesn't feel cheap and it doesn't give you the sense that it's not gonna last. So very happy that it is good to go, and yeah, definitely the overall pick of the bunch. So yeah, guys, that is pretty much it. And I mean, in terms of Voltex and Kings, I would probably choose either or on the day when you have a look, see which one is cheaper and just basically pick that one. Like I said, the Voltex has the voltmeter on the top if you want to see the percentage of your battery. So if you want to see that, definitely go Voltex. Otherwise, if you want extra amps for the same price or even better, definitely go the Kings one. Awesome, guys, thank you so much for watching, and hopefully this gives you an idea of what battery you should go for if you want to step into the budget side of things, into the lithium world, and yeah, just to run your fridge and all your lights without having any dramas. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you have a battery yourself that is not one of these three, make sure to comment down below if you reckon it's a good battery and people should consider buying it as well, especially if it falls into the same price bracket. But anyway, guys, make sure to like, subscribe. Thanks for watching, and yeah, hope you guys have a good one. See you later. Bye.